I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Fire and Rain by James Taylor on the guitar. I want to give a shout out to my patrons for voting on this song as this month's patron pick. So if you want a little bit of voting power in the songs you see me teach here on my channel, make sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll link it down below. Also, I'll be featuring my Zager ZAD 80CE in this video today, so if you're curious about more details about this guitar, make sure to check out my links in the description box. With that being said, here is a quick overview of everything I'm going to be covering in this tutorial today, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we have 9 different chord shapes to play through this song, and we're going to start with our A major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner course right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out right here. The next chord shape is our E minor 7. After that we have our D major. Then we have our E major. Next is our G major 7. And so this is the more traditional fingering for how to play this chord. However, because of the size and shape of my hand and my comfortability, I actually like to play it by doing my G chord with my ring finger slid down a fret. So go ahead and play it however you find most comfortable. The next chord shape is our D major 7. And just like our G major 7 chord, I actually like to play this by just barring it with my first finger. So again, whichever one you're more comfortable with is the one I would suggest playing. After that we have our E7 chord. Then we have our G major chord shape. And then the last one is our A suspended 2. And those are the 9 chords you need to know to play this song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really memorize those chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them. There are parts of this song where we're going to transition chords a little bit quickly, so you want to make sure you have those transitions down before continuing. If this is something that you're currently struggling with, I do have an entire Practice With Me playlist right here on YouTube where we go through this skill in real time together, so make sure to check that out if you need. But once you have that down, we can go ahead and talk about the strumming that I would suggest for this song. Alright guys, so as I always say, if you are a beginner at guitar or you're somebody who struggles with singing while playing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest is to bring up the song and go through the whole thing while singing it with a single down strum on every chord change, and just take a mental note of where those chords are changing, like what lyric you're on whenever that's happening, and that'll help with the singing while playing. So here's a quick example of what that would look like with verse 1. Just yesterday morning they let me know you were gone. Susan, the plans they made put an end to you. Alright, so just from doing that, you can tell where there are some places where we're repeating chords for measures and some places where we're not. This is all stuff that you'll figure out as you do the single down strum pattern, and this is actually something you can do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box for you. But once you have that simple strumming down, we can talk more about a full strumming pattern that you can use with this song. Alright guys, so this first strumming pattern I wanted to show you is the more simple of the two. As you can see, it's just 4 down strums with an up strum, and this is just half a measure, so what you would want to do is repeat this twice for a full measure. So you're going to count it like this. We have 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Alright? And basically you can use this pattern for the entire song, and you would play the pattern 1 time per chord. So let's go ahead and bring up verse 1 as an example. You would play this pattern through 1 and 2 and a. Then you'd switch to your next chord, which is E minor 7, 3 and 4 and a. D, down, 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 up, back to A. Down, 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 down. Alright? So if you put that together and string them along, it sounds like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Just yesterday morning they let me know you were gone. on the G major 7, I held that out twice to fill up the full measure. So that's how you would use this first strumming pattern throughout the entire song. The only place it's going to change a little bit is during the chorus. As you can see here, we have a little bit of a walk down. We go from D to D major 7 to E to E7 to A. And the D to D major to E to E7, that's gonna go really quickly. So what we're actually gonna do is put a vertical line in the middle of this pattern, and we're going to change chords at this line. So in this little walk down here, we would play our D chord for the first 2 strums, then D major 7 for the rest of this pattern, down, down, up, start over with our E chord, down, down, and then finish it out with our E7, down, down, up. All right, so the only time this split pattern is going to apply to the song is right here in this line in the chorus. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Then when you get here to the A chord, you would just go right back. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Okay? So like I said, the only time you split is in that one line. Other than that, you would play this pattern through 1 time per chord, except for those times where you would repeat it twice. In that instance, I actually like to use an entire different strumming pattern, but it is a little bit more rhythmically challenging. So if you feel comfortable right here with this pattern, again, like I said, you can use it for the entire song. However, I do want to show you guys what I like to do with the more rhythmic strumming pattern to kind of fill in some of that space. All right, guys, so for the second strumming pattern, as you can see, it's a little bit longer, and we're gonna count it with 16th notes. So it's gonna sound like this: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now, unlike the first pattern, this is the entire measure. We have all 4 beats covered in this strumming rhythm. So for that reason, we don't need to repeat it or anything like that. And the places I like to use this strumming pattern is at the ends of phrases. So earlier when we were looking at verse 1, we were going from our first strumming pattern, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, D, to A, E. What I like to do here is I'll just use this second strumming pattern, which fills up the whole measure, with our G major 7. So on G major 7, I have down, 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 up, down, 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 up. All right, so that line is down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Switch your pattern. Again, totally optional. You can stick with just strumming pattern 1 if you're more comfortable with that, but I do think it kind of fills in the song a little bit more if you end your phrasings with this strumming rhythm. Now, really quick, I am going to add some kind of like optional strums, and you'll see it here on the video as like an outline of the arrow. So basically what that means is those are some of the beats that I sometimes will play and sometimes I won't. One of the best things about guitar is that when you really get used to these different strumming rhythms, you can really interchange them and kind of make them your own. So one of the things I like to do is when the song gets more intense in some portions, I will add these beats in as well. So with the added beats, it would sound like this: 1 and 2 and a E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2 and a E and a 4 E and a. All right. So I just wanted to let you know that I do that in my cover at the end. So if you hear some extra strums, that's what those are. But like I said, I use this strumming pattern at the ends of the phrases. So a good example of that would be in the chorus. We're gonna start with our first strumming pattern that we have split. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then here, I'm gonna switch to the second strumming pattern. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. All right? So if you're able to make the switch from one strumming pattern to the next, I do think it really fills out the song and makes it sound a lot better. But like I said, this can be a little challenging rhythmically, so just make sure to pause and take your time to learn this. But those are the 2 strumming rhythms that I would suggest using for this song. Hey, really quick, In addition to the printable guide we've been looking at, did you know I also offer customizable backing tracks, polls for what songs you want to learn next, and even video chats if you're having trouble? You can unlock all these perks and more if you become a patron, which helps me grow my channel and make more videos just like this one. Or if Patreon's not your thing, you can still help me out a lot by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a comment below to help me reach more people in YouTube's recommendations. It only takes a second but makes a huge difference. So thanks so much, and let's get back into it. Now that we learned the basic strumming rhythm of how you can play through this song, there are a few things I wanted to show you that you can add that are totally optional and extra, but I do think it really adds a lot to the song and makes it sound like it's coming together a lot more. So the first one I wanted to talk about was your D chord. So a frill you can add to your D chord is you can actually take off your middle finger. That makes it D suspended 2. And what I like to do is whenever I'm playing through parts of the verses, so the D chords in the verses, I'll add this frill on the second down strum. So when we looked at our pattern, we had down, 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 up. I'm gonna take off my middle finger for the second down strum only. So we have down, 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 up. Okay? If you can add that little frill in, I think it sounds really good with the verses. So in verse 1 we have A, E minor 7, D to A. All right, super easy to add in there, but it really dresses up the song. Just yesterday morning they let me know you were gone. All right. And the second place, and I like to do that for all of the verses. The second place I like to add a frill is on the A chord. So on the A chord, specifically in the choruses at the ends of the phrases, something I like to do is if you start with your A chord, you can add your pinky right here above your ring finger on that B string on the 3rd fret. And that's actually our A suspended 4. Then if you take it back off, you're back to your regular A. Then if you take off your ring finger, you're on your A suspended 2, and then you put your ring finger back on, back to A. Okay, so we go from A sus 4 to A sus 2, back to A. So this A chord frill can be a little bit more challenging than the D chord, but if you can add it in, I think it sounds really great in the choruses. So in the chorus, we have our walk down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then here on this A chord is where I would add the frill. So I have down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And that's really confusing, so let me go ahead and try to visually break that down for you. What I would suggest doing is staying on your regular A chord for the first 4 down strums, down, 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 and then add your pinky for the next 2 up strums, up, up, take it off, go back to your A chord, down, take off your ring finger, down, and then put it back on for the last 2 beats, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, 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 up. All right. It can be a little bit confusing, so make sure to pause and take as much time as you need to really look this over and practice all of the coordination with your fingers. And again, this entire thing is totally optional, but I do think it sounds really great with the song. So in context with that walk down line, we have down, 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 up, down, 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 up, A. Now, if this chord frill is a little hard for you, a simpler way to do it would just be to kind of copy our D chord. So we're going to go from our regular A, lift up your ring to your A suspended 2, and that's the only frill. So you would have A, and then instead of adding your pinky, you would just take off your ring, and then back down to A. So if that's simpler and you like the way that sounds, that's another way you can do the A chord frill. Again, all of this is optional. I just do think it sounds really cool and dresses up the song if you can add it in. All right, so I know that was a lot of information I just threw at you about strumming, so make sure to pause the video and take as much time as you need to really internalize these rhythms, get the strumming and the counting in order, add in those frills if you want to, things like that. And then once you have all of that down under your belt, we can go ahead and put everything we've learned together to play through the song. 1, 2, ready, go. Fun playing through the rest of this song with me? Then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe, but it's just as fun and easy to play, so I'll see you over there. Bye!